Unreal Engine 4, probably the biggest improvement so far for next generation graphics. So we have seen all of the wonderful architecture demos which are out there, and I did record them in 1440p, and it seems you guys liked them very much. The video got over 1.5 million views almost already, so thank you very much for that support. But despite all the positive comments and positive likes, I also got some critical questions about characters and faces. How do they look in Unreal Engine 4? Because all the static stuff we've seen so far looks great, but how do faces and characters hold up? That's a good, just question, I think. And in this video, hopefully I will show you guys how the faces and animations look so far in Unreal Engine 4. I myself have been grown up with gaming since the end of the 80s, and I have seen all kinds of evolutions when it comes to characters and faces in the gaming world. When I think about faces demos, I think about Nvidia. When they did release their GTX 8800, this demo was also released, where you were able to check out your new cool GTX 8800 and this face, where you were able just to move around with your mouse and see how greatly it looked. I mean, even now, after about 7-8 years, I think, this demo still looks good. And you can download it on the Nvidia Cool Stuff page. And there I did download this demo as well to make sure I could record this in 1440p. And then 2 years ago, Nvidia did release another face demo, this time with the introduction of the GTX 900 series. I also did download this demo to make sure I could record this in 1440p, but you can also download it from Nvidia Cool Stuff, and this is also a really nice demo where you were able to play a little bit around with this face to see the animations with the skin, the mouth, the eyes, etc. And it was a fun experience to have with your newly bought GPU. But why haven't we seen these faces so far? Yeah, well, I think it's because of the consoles, and companies are still focusing too much on console games, and for that, yeah, it's very, very limited, unfortunately. Perhaps things are going to change when the new Xbox One X is going to be released, but we'll keep you updated on what's going to happen. But where are we now with faces technology, especially with Unreal Engine 4? Well, Epic Games has released something named Faceware under Unreal Engine 4. And this is a technology which is very simple to motion capture faces and characters, so even entire bodies can now be simply motion captured inside the Unreal Engine 4. This means that animations and face animations are literally lifelike. So normally motion capturing, you perhaps know it from movies like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, is very expensive, but now you can just simply use it in Unreal Engine 4, and that means pretty much all game companies and also hobbyists can use this technology. So let's see a test from a YouTuber here how a realistic face can look with this Faceware technology. As you can see here up close, all the details in the faces, the skin, the lips, the eyes are simply amazing, and they look just awesome. If you actually imagine this has been Faceware, so this is motion captured real time on this character. And that also means this almost looks lifelike. If you can imagine characters like this in the Unreal Engine 4 static worlds that we have seen, there is definitely some lifelike experience. Also, the great thing about Unreal Engine 4 is that it is fantastically compatible with virtual reality. What you perhaps don't know is that this Faceware technology is already being used in games. An example, Hellblade, which has been released just a couple of weeks ago, had made use of this Faceware technology, and as you can see here, the actress did a fantastic job with the facial animations, and you can see there's definitely life inside a character instead of just some programmed animations. The game has been released by Epic Games itself, the author of the Unreal Engine, so you are now able to experience it firsthand from the company itself, Epic Games. But there are more AAA games coming which are based on motion capturing for their characters. An example, The Last of Us 2, a game which heavily depends on its storytelling and the believability of characters. Unfortunately, The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2 are only available on PlayStation, so we PC gamers can't check it out. But it is nice to see that actors can now really bring over emotions on a digital character or a game character, as you can see here. So let's watch a realistic face again. This has been made by Chris Jones, and he has achieved this by using programs like Lightwave, Sculptress and Kritra, and yeah, I'm not really familiar with those, only with Lightwave. So all kinds of 3D model programs can be used to create models and faces like this, but Unreal Engine 4 I think is definitely the most usable one for gaming and virtual reality. When you are working with very realistic characters, you are also going to bump into some problems. An example, subtle things like skin stretching when characters are laughing or speaking. But then I saw a video from a YouTube channel named ICT Graphics Lab, and they showed a video about skin stretching and the technology that they have used to do that. This technology could also be used by Unreal Engine 4 to achieve even more believable faces and realistic characters. It's really nice to see here in this video the realism of the skin when the character is smiling or using any other facial animations. We have seen now a lot of realistic faces and characters, but what about fantasy characters? Well, to end this video I am going to show you two wonderful creations of someone named Boalong Zhang, and he did create two really well-known fantasy characters. The first one is going to be the dwarf Balin from The Hobbit, and the second one is going to be Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. And after that I will also include some more footage from Hellblade, so you are able to see the face wear animations even more and better. So for now, thank you very much for watching, enjoy the rest of the content, and hopefully see you at the next video.
control. A way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.